Hi, welcome. I'm Priscilla Batzell. This is Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery's demonstrations and tutorials. Let's have some fun. So this is dry. It's been an hour or so. And I've got some colors that I want to add to the sky, starting with Midnight Shadow. And I'm going to mix that with some Interference Blue, if I can get it to come out. And maybe a little violet. We'll see how far this initial palette takes me. Because I kind of intend on using it as far down as I can get it to go. I kind of like the idea of having some clouds across the moon, or whatever planet it is. But I'm going to add those later, I'm pretty sure. Well, that went a little better than I anticipated, and it's thin enough so that maybe when I come back from walking the dog, because it's dog walking 30, I can continue and add some paint to the bottom. Unless I feel like it now, which I actually do. Not shy about making that as thin as possible. But I think I definitely want to wait on the rest. Now I could leave that black, but since I'm here and you're here, I'm contemplating trying out some blue-black, which is not necessarily open. This ought to be interesting. I'm going to use a little bit of deep amethyst, because I really only have a little bit left. And for right now, I'm not going to bother doing anything else, except for moving paint around. I do have to move it out so it's thin enough. It can go all the way down, it doesn't matter, because if I do what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to shovel apply paint for my tree trunk. That's an awfully pretty combination right now. I hope it stays that way. Hopefully I've got enough to steal a little bit more. That's going so far much better than I anticipated, really and truly. Although I am going to go in here at an odd angle. And I think what I want to do, better be safe than sorry, use a clean spatula across. Well, that's really pretty. I like it anyway. Since we're both here, I might still want to do something with the bottom half, just to get started. I'm thinking some nebulous star. Thinking I might want to take the top right off. Push this up so you can actually see what I'm doing, maybe. I've got peacock. Pretty sure that's what it is. Might want to throw a little bit of purple in, just because I like water lily. Oh, I see a filament. Never mind, I can't get that out. What was I just thinking? A little midnight shadow won't hurt anything either. Oh, I know what I was thinking. I was probably thinking about deep amethyst, but really what I want is Fandango. Probably not a lot of it either. I'll just keep that aside in case I need it. I didn't use nearly as much interference as I expected to. Now I'm going to get it out of the way. Now, I've got white cell activator and black cell activator. And I've got paint on my spatula still. I need a layer, at least I think I need a layer, if I'm going to use any cell activator. Don't want much line of demarcation. I want all of that paint though to be in place before I swipe. And I think I need to actually drop that in the bucket and grab a fresh one. Hoping my black will open. Thinking about using both black and white. Thought about using copper too, but I'm not sure. I do have some, but it's kind of too late to make that decision now. Thinking about grabbing that copper because I can, although I still have some cell activator left. I might have to put this upside down in order to use it from that direction. Well, the white worked out kind of the way I was expecting it might. But the copper spent a long time not opened, so it's going to take me a moment. Hopefully it'll work. Well, it kind of worked. Made me want turquoise. Got a few cells, but not anything impressive. Kind of wanted to blow that around for a second. I don't know why I didn't think of using the green. Well, that's going to have to dry. I want some more white. I'm not sure how it's going to work. that's it for right now. So this is dry, sans dust, and I want to put some clouds in. I've got some water lily, some rouge violet, and I think I'm going to start with a little bit of interference gold. I want to put the clouds in now, so if I put branches in after, I won't have a problem. So what I'm going to do is soften up this line, hopefully, by putting some of that rouge violet Vivid Intense right in my dish. I'm using my spatula. I've also got blue interference, and I said the water lily, which I haven't put out yet, but I'm still thinking about. We'll see how this goes first. Might as well turn that sideways. Figured the interference gold would be a good idea because the moon is gold. I don't know if I'm going to get to that water lily, because I like how the rouge violet is mixing. Although it does make me want to put some more interference gold down and use it. Because I can. And I'm hoping that it's going to look like the moon is lighting up the clouds. I have no idea if this will show up across the moon. I don't expect it to, actually. But I don't think it's going to hurt anything to try. How far is too far? Or maybe not far enough yet. I don't know how that rouge violet's going to dry, but I imagine it's going to be darker. I hope it shows up at all, to be honest with you. So if I didn't go overboard with my clouds, that leaves room for improvement. there. I don't think I see anything that I need to fix. And we'll find out how it comes out together. So this is all dry, including the clouds. Pretty 99.9%. And I've taken a water-soluble white crayon and drawn out the basic start of my tree. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix a bunch of colors together that are sort of neutral. Starting with some DecoArt 24 karat gold, some Aztec bronze, some black iris, which I'm glad I shook. I maybe should have tested out the colors in advance. I've got some true silver. Actually, this is some iridescent silver from DecoArt. And because I have a bunch of it, I'm going to use the iridescent gold from Golden. Just to shake everything. It's a much lighter color than the DecoArt. I'm really tempted to put a little black in there, but I have little tiny swipe tools. I don't know if you can see them over here. Oh, you know what I have got? I've got indigo teal, which I really want a little bit of. I almost want some copper. I've got the copper colored 24 karat gold that I put Hollyberry in. I don't think a little bit of that is going to hurt anything. No, it might be make it more interesting. We'll go easy on that. Alright, so now this is going to go right here, and I've got my little Oriental soup spoon with a flat front, and I've got a little scoop made from something that probably used to cover a pen and some packaging, and now I'm going to bring back, and this might just be a start stage. Take some of my tools out of the way. I'll start with my spoon. I'm going to cover the white lines, but otherwise I don't know what I'm doing. I maybe didn't put enough paint in here. But in that case, it might be the perfect time to try and use some cell activator. Really doesn't look like enough paint. Probably shouldn't mind any gaps. It might make it more interesting. I have tools I could have dragged up through those gaps if I'd wanted to. It's looking a lot like I'm going to wait for this to dry and come back. Sorry I'm quiet. Very focused on trying to get rid of those white lines, which really shouldn't be that hard, especially not since I have a nail art tool. Which I don't want to overuse. I do kind of wish I'd made up more paint. It's not looking too awful bad, but it is taking some time. That was rather large. I think I'm going to remove that and utilize that paint somewhere else. I have a sketch off camera that I'm trying to use and not very successfully because I had a bottle in front of it. I really want to try and use my silicone brush. I'm pretty sure there's going to have to be a bunch of work done on this that I'm going to fast forward through. So I'm not sure if this is the last stage, but I've done a couple trial runs, and I'm going to keep imagining that they're trial runs with Interference Gold and Decor Americana 24 karat gold. As long as I can get everything to come out. And some Amsterdam Black Cell Activator. And a straw. I've looked at this for a few days now and it needs something, and I wanted to do some contrasting foliage, but it just didn't seem, on my test it didn't excite me enough. This is the Decor 24 karat gold. Now normally I would think about swiping this, but I like how it worked, and I may add leaves afterwards. Just dot and pull, and I intend on fast forwarding through everything that isn't this. Hi, this is Priscilla. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you'd like to be super helpful, please join the membership. My art is for sale. I'm here to help. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I have 2 books on paint pouring. They're found in the Amazon link, and the Amazon link is found on the link tree in the description underneath the video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you come again. Bye for now. Priscilla out.